What a pleasure to... After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. These punches coming from every angle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Beautiful counter punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Counter punch right up the middle. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that jab not going to score. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Good counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. Nice counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punching. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominant.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Counter shot lands. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate where you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have you.
There's a counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter lands. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use the speed. Frustrate and make him walk into a shot.
That right hook catching air. Catch and shoot. This is a high-octane battle. They exchange punches. Both men step back for just a moment. These two were made for each other. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Loma in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete top. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlike the heavier fighters, these fighters throw so many punches, it's hard to keep up. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Defense is not an option for these two. Nobody home with that hook. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Perfect counter shot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Can't land the jab there. A swing and a miss with that jab. Misses with the straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after. On to the fourth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Punch, counter punch. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That counter punch caught him clean. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab misses. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They exchange punches. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Catch and shoot. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Missing with that right hook. He misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Those counter punches, and the Tasmanian Devil is down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
I've got to see that again.
Referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Every time they throw a shot. They get countered. Catch and shoot. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightness.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Beautiful counter shot. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Paz in that last round. So it's planned. Let's start the 6th. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
They exchange punches. Oh no, Paz is in some serious trouble here. We were going to see the finish. Hold it right there. Vinny Paz just got and down goes Paz. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? Perfect counter shot. They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Swing and a miss with that jab. There's a counter shot. Uh-oh, Paz may be about to go down. And Vinny Paz just got knocked down. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out.